patience for the spring when the flowers will bloom renewed again. Let's stay together always.
This is fruit. And this is a basket.
Oh, I see. Fruits basket, everyone.
Also, Happy Chinese New Year! Or, as the Chinese would call it, New Year.
No.
Sorry, Lunar New Year.
Gong Xi Fa Tai.
Yeah, what I said, but in English. Here's the plot.
This is Toru Honda. She lives in a tent, until one day she meets the Somas, a family of males with an unusual secret. Every time the opposite sex touches them, they turn into one of the animals of the Chinese zodiac. More on that later.
Okay, here are the characters.
Let's look at the characters in detail.
A bit more on Toru Honda. She loves to cook, describes herself as an excellent housekeeper, and has an after-school job as an office janitor to pay her tuition fees. She's also very nice.
And yet she is not called fruit. Why call fruit's basket if there's no one called fruit? False advertising indeed.
Okay, the reason why they call it Fruits Basket is answered in episode 5. Toru tells a story that when she was a kid, she used to play a game with some kids, and instead of being fruit, she was a rice bowl, which is not a fruit. So basically, it's all about being the odd one out, which is related to Kyo's situation with the Zodiac. Speaking of which, here is the next character.
Kyo Soma. He's cursed as a cat, an animal not in the Chinese zodiac, but which legend says would have been if it had not been tricked by the rat into missing the induction feast. Maybe that's the reason why he acts like an asshole.
And while no one really wants to be left out, this happened many years ago from a previous life. Get over it!
Yeah, this has nothing to do with the previous family, so what's the point?
Yuki Soma is the rat of the Chinese zodiac. Yuki is depicted as an attractive, reserved, and accomplished young man with many admirers.
Shigure Soma. He's the dog of the Chinese zodiac and the owner of the house where he, Toru, Yuki, and Kyo live. He's a writer who publishes literary novels under his own name and trashy romances under pen names.
Kagura Soma. She is the pig zodiac, who is a boy-crazed, violent girl and has an unhealthy crush on Kyo.
Wait a minute. Isn't she related to Kyo? Ew!
I know. Freaking outrage. And given the curse and sexist rules, with the exception of other cursed zodiac people, inbreeding would be a possibility. Spoilers, the Somas can still have families outside of their own. Somehow. Anyway, here are the other characters in less detail.
Momiji Soma, the bunny zodiac, who is a cute, cheerful, androgynous boy. Hattori Soma, the dragon of the Chinese zodiac, the family doctor, and is responsible for suppressing memories, using a form of hypnosis. Also, this guy needs to crack a smile once in a while. When his curse activates, Hattori transforms into an 8cm, 3.1 inch long seahorse.
Boo! Though it is said that his sign of the zodiac curse has weakened, was there ever any indication that it was strong? Boo!
Hatsuharu Soma, the ox of the Chinese zodiac. He has a split personality of yin and yang. Basically, another gone bonkers relative who's gunning for Jojo's role of Dio, especially when going after Toru. Ayame Aya Soma. is the snake of the Chinese zodiac, Yuki's older brother, who is also a self-centered, flamboyant seamstress. And not only does he resemble Yuki, but also Maximilian Pegasus. Kiza Soma is the tiger of the Chinese zodiac, a cute but very shy and withdrawn girl. She also gets help from Toru, which she really needs. Hiro Soma is the sheep zodiac, a little boy as well as being a little piece of shit. Oh, and he is in love with Kisa.
Again, show the clip of Deliverance.
Ritsu Soma is the monkey zodiac and a friggin' tranny. That, and he is just as frantic as his mum and is prone to suicide.
Wow. A tranny? Really?
Yeah. Though in the manga he eventually retires from that, because he gained some confidence, and was with Shiguri's editor. That would have been something worth adapting. As for the other Zodiac members, spoilers, they don't show up.
Only in the manga.
You just couldn't be bothered, couldn't you?
Well, they're on a budget. Besides, they can't adapt everything.
It's the Chinese Zodiac! It'd be like if Jackie Chan and Jackie Chan Adventures only had 10 talismans instead of 12. It would be a very discordant story. Also, my collection wouldn't be complete.
Wow, you've got the talismans of Shendu?
Well, they're magical counterfeits, as I would dub them the talismans of Shendon't.
Shendu, Shendon't. What's the difference?
Well, they're demon-free.
Anyway, we gotta get to this character.
Akita Soma, head of the Soma family, and fulfills the role of the Jade Emperor, a figure from the stories of the origins of the Zodiac. This guy's bad news, as an abusive, controlling, psychotic, and a nutter with a god complex. Nuff said.
Now, luckily, they put a stop to his madness. In a way. The resolution is there. Okay. Time for a commercial break.
Hey kids! Now you can have the Fruits basket of rice balls! Now with 0% fruit! Plus, the basket full of basket cases! Buy now!
So, what did you think about this anime?
Well, I'm thinking, what was the hype of it anyway? Clearly it doesn't seem to show any forward progress. I mean, they did the trailers just fine.
Okay, here's the thing. I was hoping for something fun and enjoyable. Unfortunately, I found this anime very frustrating.
There are good concepts, like the human friends having layers, and Toru exploring and interacting with the Zodiac family, as well as having a bond and liking Miss Honda. And it would have been enjoyable, but it fell flat right on its face. The episodes, character development, and the story overall can be irritating. Unless you're a fan of slow-paced warmth and fuzzy-inducing series that stretch too much and doesn't go anywhere, it's not going to be enjoyable.
Not only are they cliché and one-dimensional, but they are practically hollow. And listen, as much as I like Miss Honda and her good nature, the problem is it's unbalanced and or inconsistent, much like Kyo's personality, which is the opposite end of the extreme.
With so many plot holes in place, was it because of copyright claim? Was it that you had to buy the manga? We will never know.
Either way, the lack of context on Mythos makes it very hard to enjoy, and again, the unstable characters. Because of this, I cannot give it a seal of approval.
I don't think anyone can.
Now, do I still recommend this to anime fans? Yeah, but just to those who are really into these kind of animes, with its sweet, charming, heartfelt... Wait a minute. A sweet, lovely girl in the middle of the forest and moves in with magical creatures. This is almost like Snow White! but instead of 7 dwarfs, we have 12 zodiacs. And Grumpy is portrayed as a cat.
Exactly. This has been your anime analyst speaking.
And I'm the Reminisce reviewer. And my co-star just turned to a cat. Happy Chinese New Year, everyone!